Hey folks, good morning. I'm parked right here. I just pulled in. I come through that. There's a little sand opening here. I came from right there, straight across this little clearing. I came out of the woods over here, right through there. And then I pulled in right here, circled and parked. This is state land where I'm at right now. I haven't been here before. But I just pulled up and I happened to look, and right here, this little oak tree right in front of me, there is a paper wasp nest right there. I don't like them things. I'm watching it to see if there's any hornets in it. Let me find my camera. I'm going to try to get a picture of it. Boy, that's loud playing. There we go. Well, that's crazy. And I am plotting my path. Look at that. Boy, I just got here. Getting set up to go and check this area out. And here's this giant hornet nest right here. It's on this little oak tree. Right there. Man, that is pretty. Wow. Alright, well, give me just a second. I was trying to find my my tick spray, but to no avail. Did not find it. This area, I found it on my hunting app. I started using an app called Spartan Forge, and I have Hunt Stand, which is I pay for that app, and I believe it's about $25 a year, if I'm remembering correctly. And it allows you can track your path when you're walking. You can mark your path, and it's pretty accurate. It's not super accurate, but it's accurate enough to get you back. But the good thing on the Hunt Stand is that if you got family or friends that you're hunting with, and if you have the paid version, then you can connect to your friends and family that are with you if they have the paid version. And you can look on your map and you can see where they are at. So if someone doesn't return, you set up a time to meet back at your vehicle. And if one of the people in your party doesn't return and you can't contact them, you can open up your Hunt Stand app and see where they're at. And it'll show if they're moving or if they're stationary, and you can get to them. It'll get you within 10 feet of them. And so that's good enough to be able to locate someone in an emergency situation. But anyhow, when my iPhone done the latest update, evidently I've got 2 different accounts with Apple. I changed my email in my phone for my Apple account. And it didn't just change my email, it gave me another account. So when I originally purchased the Hunt Stand, I used my original email to purchase it. Boy, that drops off right there. Goes way down. There's probably water down there. But anyhow, when this latest update, it removed my original email account from the phone. So I lost, I've got all of my phone numbers for every number that I saved, but I don't have people's names. I've got tons of phone numbers with no names, and I have no idea whose numbers they are. And I've got Brother Arden. He's up in South Carolina, and I haven't been able to reach out to him because I don't know which number is his, which stinks. But anyhow, it did something to my Hunt Stand app. And so all of my paths that I had saved, my trails, you can pull it up on the map and see where the trail goes, the different turns, and all of that winding, the way it winds through the trees and through the forest. Well, now it took every one of them trails and roads that I had. Some of them were miles long, and it shows them as perfectly straight lines. So the trail that goes around the perimeter of our property, where I started recording the trail to the end of it, is quite a long ways off. And now it shows it's about 40 yards long, and it's just a straight line from where I started recording the trail to where I ended. It's just a little short straight line instead of going around the entire property like the trail is. So Hunt Stand is useless to me now, and so I started using Spartan Forge. And Spartan Forge, it's free. They do have a paid version. I don't know what all that it offers. I wanted to try the free version first to see how it worked, and then if it worked good, then maybe I get the paid version. But it's a little expensive. Oh, I hear water down here. Man, that drops off so far. This looks like another area I went to. There's a creek. This may be the same creek. That area I explored a while back. It is, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. That would be east. About that no, I'm sorry. That direction would be east. Where would that area would be that way. It would be that way, a couple of miles. Probably 4 miles from here. This may be the same creek. I can hear the water running. At least I think that's water. Boy, this is steep. I don't want to fall down that. I'm old and fat. I go down there, I probably won't be able to get back out. Now, I don't know what's in this location. So I have no idea what's back here. This is all new to me. So you guys are seeing it with me for the first time. Almost looks like a birch. Almost. It's not. And this is really pretty over here. This area is a hunting area. Boy, it's thick. I don't want to get up in that. I'll have to check my map. There's a lot of woods right here. Hundreds and hundreds of acres. But this property that I'm on, this public land area, it's not very big. So I have to be careful that I don't accidentally walk onto private property. I think this area, I don't remember the acreage of it. Is it on my map? Because now I'm curious. Oh geez, this area is huge. Holy cow, I did not know it was that big. Golly. I don't know if you can see that little blue dot right there. That's me. We just started from right here. All of this blue, this is the property that I'm on. Look at that. I did not know it was that big. When I pulled it up and found it, it didn't show all of that. It only showed an area that I assumed was a couple hundred acres. But, geez, this is huge. This area may be a couple of thousand acres. It is pretty. It looks so much like that other area I went to a couple of times. And I like this. It's really nice. And it's early in the morning. Or, well, it's not early. It's mid-morning. What time is it? It is 10:07 a.m. Central Time. Today is Saturday. I think it's the 22nd or 23rd. A lot of palmettos, saw palmettos. There's something back there. I don't know if there's pigs on this property or not. I am armed, so, and I'm carrying the 10mm with me today because I don't know what's on this property, and if I were to run into a bear or some large wild pigs, 9mm is going to be useless. All it's going to do is make an animal very angry at you. There's a trail that goes through the woods right there, right on the other side of this little oak. But that's where I'm hearing the sounds from, so I'm not going to go over there. I don't know what it was. Could be a deer. Could be a squirrel, for all I know. I'm seeing a lot of old scrapes. There's one right there, buck scrapes. There's a lot of deer in here. The snakes are out. Uprooted tree. We seen a rattlesnake yesterday on the road. We didn't bother him. Let's go around this right here. If you guys watched a recent video that I uploaded where I was at the area, the location where Jeff Townsend and myself had the encounter with that dog head thing and the Sasquatch people, there was, if I remember correctly, his name was Keith, I think. Keith or Kevin. I don't remember exactly. But in the comments, he had asked about, Brother Don Moore called me, and I talked to him on the phone, and he was, I was working at the time, and he was reading the comments off to me, and because he didn't know how to respond. He didn't know what my answer would be, so that I could tell him what to type in the comments for my answer to what was asked. And anyhow, one of the comments, I was asked about that horn. It's made, I believe it's a type of antelope that they use, and they blow that horn, and it is a spiritual thing. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but if I'm not mistaken, it's called a shofar or shofar horn. And The question it asked me basically is what I think about that. You know, what was my opinion on it, and I just want to put it out there. Stuff like that, that horn goes back for long, long years back. I mean, that thing dates back to the ancient days. Many hundred years ago, if not thousands of years ago. But that horn, from my understanding, my research on it, I haven't done a lot, but a few years ago I did dig into it a little bit. But that horn, in my opinion, is a summoning device. And anything that we summon, I believe, is demonic. That is just my own beliefs, you guys, so don't bash me for telling you my opinion. But from what I've researched and the answers that I found for myself, is that was used to summon certain entities. And we are not supposed to be, look at that. You guys see that? I just pulled it off. It was hanging on the limb right here. Here. Oh, I should have smelled it. It doesn't have much of a smell. It's got a very faint odor. It sort of resembles stinky feet. Very faint odor. But anyhow, that horn, that shofar, I don't know how to pronounce it. It was used for summoning, and today some of the researchers, these Sasquatch, Bigfoot researchers, are using it in attempts to contact the Sasquatch people. Me personally, I am 100% against that. Because I believe that it is a form of communicating to beings on the other side of the veil. And for me, it feels demonic. And I will not be playing with that horn. I will not be with anyone who's got one and is going to be blowing it. I just don't want no part of that. Man, this is really pretty in here. It's got a strange vibe, this area right here does. It's not a bad feeling. It just has a weird feeling. I don't want to hang around right here. Look at the deer trail right there. Boy, that's a heavy trail. Heavily used. I wonder where they're going. I guess it went on the other side right there. I'm using the wireless mic, so I don't know how much of the background that it's going to pick up. I do have the noise cancellation turned off so that it'll pick up more of the environmental sounds. But this is a different mic than what I've been using. I went to Best Buy. I've got a Best Buy credit account. And I picked up the DJI wireless mic, the mini one, the little tiny one. They're really cheap, very inexpensive. But the DJI Osmo Action 4 and the Osmo Action 5, you can connect it to the camera without using the receiver. And it has an incredibly long recording time before needing to charge. And it's a little itty bitty microphone. It is half the size of the DJI mic or DJI Mic 2. This is the Mic Mini. And I wanted something smaller, but had better battery life. I've got the original DJI mic, which I do love, but I have to plug the receiver into my camera, and then I can use the wireless mic on my person. But the way it plugs into the side of the camera, the connection, the little connector is a little worn on it, and a lot of times when I'm filming, it'll cut out, and then the internal mic of the camera will pick up recording when the wireless mic disconnects. And when it does that, unless I'm right up on top of the camera, my audio's gone. It's just a faint whisper, and I don't know how to edit audio to bring it up loud, and it's just caused me some issues. I do like that mic, I still use it, but this little Mini, the last 3 videos that I've recorded and uploaded, I've used the Mic Mini, and I've got it on my ball cap right now. It's very, very small. The little dead cat that you put on it, the little wind muff, is almost as big as the mic itself is. The mic it's only like this, a little bitty tiny thing. The two of them together would be the same size as the regular DJI wireless mic. Just one of them. Yeah, 2 of the minis would be the equivalent to one of the regular ones. And I should have took my jacket off. This is really pretty back here, but it's getting to where it's not feeling right. I can't explain what the feeling is. It's not a feeling of dread or anything of that sort. It's just a I don't know how to explain it. It's a dirty feeling. It's just not a good feeling. I don't like it at all. If you guys see anything or hear anything that I miss in this video, please throw it in the comments with a timestamp. And if you don't mind, put a brief description of what you found. And in case you're new here and you haven't watched any of my previous videos, we have in our extended family here at Standing Goats Rescue, we have a lot of Bigfoot investigators here. I am not one of them. I love the outdoors, I love the woods, and I force myself to come out here more and more because of an encounter I had with a Sasquatch. It just about ruined me. I quit hunting. I got rid of all my hunting firearms. Got rid of my tree stands. I got rid of everything. I thought I was done forever. And it just one day it clicked. You know, I'm letting that encounter control my entire life, and it ruined many years of my life. And so I forced myself to get back out here and try to reclaim what was taken from me. That freedom to come out in the areas that I love, which is nature. And so I forced myself to come out here and spend as much time out in the woods as I can, just to try to get back some of that was taken from me, what I believe was taken from me due to my encounter. But anyhow, getting sidetracked as I always do. Our family here, the investigators that are part of this family, they are very knowledgeable on Sasquatch, on their habitats, what to look for, the evidence they leave behind, their structures. They can tell, you know, the difference between a man-made structure and something that these beings have made. They're very keen to it. So if you think you found something that might be Sasquatch related, please store it in the comments with a timestamp. And those guys and gals, they'll go back, they read the comments, and they'll see what you've posted, and then they'll go there and they'll look. And if you get a couple of them people that are researchers, you get a couple of them that go back and look, and then they comment under your comment with a response that there is something there, you can count on it that there's something there. It's not just pareidolia. But that's the reason I ask that you put it in the comments. Because when we get a couple of them, the researchers, to confirm that there is something there, then you know there's something there. I take their word for it. 99% of the people that are here that are part of our family are honest people. We have a lot of spiritualist people. We have a lot of Christians here. We've got a lot of Muslims here. We've got people from all religions. It doesn't matter your religion. There's one God and we all serve the same God. Just there's different religions that have a little bit of a different belief system. There's an old buck rub. Small one, young deer. Well, that's a big old pine tree that's down. It's still alive. I'll walk under it this way. I like this area. It just has a bad feeling to it now. It's like the further I'm going back, it just doesn't feel good. Let me check my map, make sure that we're still on this property. Holy cow. I've walked from the four-wheeler 548 yards. Right there is how far I've walked. And we're right there. That little blue dot where it says 2023, we started right there at the corner. That's all we've covered. There's no way I'm walking this property. Not in one day. I've got things I have to do today, so I won't be able to cover a lot of ground. I just wanted to come out and look to get an idea, and I thought it was smaller than what it is. So I'm gonna walk and look and see what all's out here, what the property's about. And then on the way back, I'm not gonna hug this. It's either a swamp or a creek. I did see some tops of Tupelo trees back there. And the Tupelos are normally in wet areas or close to wet areas. But I did hear water, so I assume there's a creek down there. On the map, it doesn't show a creek name. It doesn't show a creek. It's a topographic map, so it just shows a real dense foliaged area. And it's like a line. It's part of the boundary. The boundary for this property is on the other side of this thick area, which I'm fairly confident it's a creek. There's some fat ladder right here on the ground, that dead tree. And there's another piece on that side of the stump. That stuff there burns. It smokes black, a real heavy, sooty smoke. That's fat lighter, and if you try to drive a nail into it, you'll bend the nail. It's super hard. It's like it's petrified with pine sap, the turpentine. I was looking at all these. Oh, I thought the leaves were ate off. It's not. It's just sprouting. Okay, that makes sense. I was seeing them like this, and I thought all the leaves were ate off of it. They're just now sprouting. Our spring growth. That was metal on metal. I hope the mic picked that up. That was a clank right back there. Make sure. sure my firearm is where I can reach it. It is. I got a fanny pack on. I just want to make sure that fanny pack wasn't blocking it to where I couldn't get it out if I need to. I don't know what that clank was. There's no houses, there's no farms, there's no man-made structures for, I don't know, at least 2 miles any direction from me at the bare minimum. I got the map zoomed out to where it's covering 1.5 miles right now, and there's nothing on it. When I first pulled it up, it was set at 7 miles out, and there was no houses or roads or anything that I could see right away. That clank come from back up here up the hill. I'm going to keep moving. I have no idea what it was. It is turkey season. There may be someone out here hunting. But there's only one way to get into this property, and that's where I'm parked. And there is no other vehicle, and there's no sign that anybody's even been here. Getting nervous. I don't want to go down the hill because I'm not going to be able to see. Let's go up this way. See if I can spot. I'm thinking that maybe there's some trash out here and might be something dangling that the wind's blowing and it clanked. I don't know. There's this white log right here. This is fat ladder too. It's long. It's really long. It's open up in here. I don't see anything. It goes back a long way. I could make out a few spots through the trees way back in there. Thought this was maybe timber land, the timber company land at one time. But normally, if it was, there'd be a lot of holes in the grounds where they cut the trees, and the root system would rot out and leave the hole. And I haven't seen any stumps. I don't think I'm that far from the four-wheeler. Maybe a 1/2 mile back, which it's a long way because I'm just surrounded by miles of forest outside of this property. All the property around it is just forest. I don't know what made that clank. That was really loud, but I'm not seeing nothing. Oh boy. Holy cow. Okay, I'm going back. Yes, I'm leaving. I think experiencing that ultrasound, infrasound, whatever that is, that, holy cow. I'm leaving. I'm pretty sure that's that, golly, I'm nervous. I'm really, really nervous. Something just come over me. I've only experienced that twice. What I'm certain is that infrasound, and I think this is going on right now. Jeez, I'm gonna fall over. Good Lord, I need to sit down. I don't see nowhere to sit. I don't even know which way Let me check my map. Trying to see where I'm at. I'm gonna go that way. To that big pond right there. And I'll check it again. Yeah, something's going on. I'm pretty sure that's that infrasound. That is almost like incapacitating. I do not like that at all. It's like I'm having to force my legs to move, and I've had that happen one time before at our property. In that area where that's happened at, I marked on my map. I don't go back in there. Is that the tree? I think that's it. Good Lord, yeah. I think I'm being hit with that mess. I can't stay focused at all. I really, really want to sit down. My legs are starting to hurt. It's not my leg, it's my hip. I've got a bad hip. Oh, there's the tree. I gotta go to that pine. And I'm gonna check my map again. I really want to move faster, but I physically can't. It's like I'm put on slow mode. I do not like it when stuff like that happens. It hasn't happened a lot to me, but it has happened. And this feeling that I have right now has happened in the same location before, and it happened to me 2 times over there. And that's an area between Vernon and Bonifay, Florida. Let me check my map. Make sure I'm going right. I gotta go this way. I don't see a marker. There's a big pine way back there if I can keep going on it. Jeez. I feel like I'm in quicksand. It is literally difficult to walk, like I'm walking through jello. I don't know where I was headed. Golly Moses. Just trying to find a tree or something. Yeah, I think it's that pine tree right there I gotta go to. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord, please guide me. Surround me with a hedge of protection. Get me back to the floor safely. Or whatever's affecting me. I ask you in your name. Sweet Jesus, please keep me safe from that. Remove it from me. Lord, just give me strength in my legs to go. I feel like I got a bungee cord pulling me backwards. I do not feel like I'm being watched, but I feel like I'm very close to somebody, like somebody, a person is right here beside me. And there is nobody here. Nobody that I can see. Good Lord. I really got to sit down. I'm having a hard time walking. Feels like I have a rubber band, a huge rubber band on my legs is pulling me back. As I'm trying to walk forward, it's like pulling my legs where I can't walk. Okay, I heard something that time. Excuse me. I heard something over here, somewhere over here. That was movement. Crud. I feel like I'm gonna fall. I just wanna go. I cannot walk fast for nothing. Like I'm in slow motion. I keep forgetting where keep turning my head and I'm forgetting where the pine tree is I was looking at. I turned, I guess. I gotta go that way. Holy cow. Guys, if you get out in the woods and you feel something like this, it's hard to explain. It feels like I'm walking through like jello, something real thick. It's hard to move my legs. If you get any feelings like that, please leave. Turn around and leave. I'm having a very difficult time focusing, picking a landmark, and going to it. Golly, this is not good. I don't like this. If something were to come up on me, I don't think I'd be able to react in time to do anything. looking for something. I really need to sit down. Oh. Golly. This is scary. This is very frightening for me right now. I can't tell you how scared I am. I literally feel like I don't feel that sensation of being watched, but I feel that there's people around me. And the way it feels, they should be close, really, really close where I could see them. There's nothing up close enough to see. I don't see anybody, and I should see them the way this feels. Oh, Lord. I got goosebumps. It is not cold out. I don't remember which way I was going. Check my thing again. I gotta go back that way. Oh my gosh. This is very strange. This sensation is just, I don't know how to explain it. I don't have health issues that cause me to struggle to walk. I do have bad hips, I do have bad knees. And that was from a car accident that I was in as a toddler. I got busted up really bad and spent 2 years in the hospital from it, and I deal with that daily, but I don't have issues like this. This has only happened 2 other times, and that was, well, this walking thing is struggling to walk like I'm in something really thick, like I'm in waist deep tar. That's happened once at our property and twice at that place between Vernon and Bonifay. And it happened in the same area up there. It's got me scared. Like I'm almost tempted to put my pistol in my hand, but I don't want to accidentally pull the trigger. I know I don't trust myself to carry it in my hand. Holy cow, this doesn't feel good. No. Well, I'm not coming back to this property. I definitely will not be back over here. If there's something causing me to feel this way, then if they can hear me, I'm not coming back. Just let me get to my four-wheeler, and I'm out of here. My mouth is watering like I'm going to throw up. I'm sorry if that made anybody sick by saying that, but which way I gotta go? That way. I gotta go that way. Folks, I'm sorry I couldn't go any further. I wanted to walk to the back, try to figure out what that noise was, that clank noise. But I'm not going to push it. Mentally, I'm fine. Scared. I'm not confused like I was, but I still feel like I'm walking through tar. It's really hard to move my legs. When that happened at our property, I had to literally fight from laying down on the ground and going to sleep. And I do not have that desire at all. I just want to sit down because I feel like I'm going to fall down if I don't. It's easing up a little now, I think. Good Lord, this is horrible. Yes, definitely easing up. But I can still feel it. It's made it difficult. I think that's why my hip's hurting. Trying to struggle to move my legs to keep walking. Maybe I don't know, maybe it's not a, I don't know, maybe I am having a physical issue walking, and it's put a strain on my hip instead of it just being mental. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like I ran 10 miles. I'm checking. Oh, I'm close. I'm going the right way. Should be right through that way. I'm looking for red. It's showing that I'm close. I'm real close. Good gracious. It's eased up a lot, but I'm still feeling it. I'm not as scared as what I was, but I'm still nervous. I don't know what that buzzing is. It's not a bug or bees. Sounds like a drone. It's that way. It's not as high pitched as a drone is, but it sounds very similar to a drone. I'm not on government, well, it's government land, but it's, this is hunting land. I've already forgot which way I'm going. I think it's right there through that opening. I'm gonna check. No, it's right here. It's that way. Oh, there's the 4 right there. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm still feeling that drag, that pulling sensation. There's that hornet nest. I don't want to walk too close to it. I don't think there's nobody home in it, though. Party. There's the hornet nest right on this little oak tree. It's right there. I don't see nothing coming out. Alright, you guys. Stand by just a second. I'm going to get my stuff put up. I'm still feeling, my legs are still having a hard time. I can still feel that that sensation of my legs. I mean, I just still got not the hard confusion like I was feeling, but I'm definitely still, I'm still feeling it. And I still feel like I've got eyes on me, or not the feeling of being watched, but the feeling that somebody is very close to me. Like, close enough I should be able to just about touch them. There's nobody around me. I'm here by myself. So I don't have an answer or an explanation. Gee whiz, it does not feel good at all. It doesn't feel right. There's this little thing on my hat right there. That's the little microphone. If you're wondering what the ball is. I have got goosebumps bad right now. Let's see if I can pull up my sleeve. I don't know if you can see them. I'm sweating. I'm sweating with goosebumps. How do you explain that? I'm not cold. I've got them all over me right now. I'm hot, but I've got goosebumps. I don't know what that was. I am almost certain the other two times that I had the feeling that that confused feeling, dizzy like feeling where you lose balance and you don't know where you're at, I'm almost positive that was that infrasound. And that what I just experienced was the same thing. The confusion wasn't near as bad as what happened the two times up there at that area north of Vernon, but it's, as far as physically feel like I'm being held back, it just feels like something is wrapped around my legs where it's a struggle to walk. It's really difficult to move your legs. There's no way you can run if you're feeling like it's not as strong as what it was back there, but I still feel it. And there's no way I couldn't go faster than a slow walk right now. Even if my life was in jeopardy, there's no way I could move any faster than what I walked out. I don't know why it's like that. I don't have an answer for it. I don't know what caused it. I didn't see or smell anything. I didn't have an issue until I heard that clank, and I hope the microphone picked it up. It was loud, and it sounded like two pieces of metal being smacked together. It was just a clank, one time, one clank. What confused me is that there's nothing out here. There's no homes. There's no pastures. All of the timber, all the property all around me, when you look at the satellite imagery and coming here, there's no property that's cleared. Even the private property, there's no fences up. There's no gates on it. Everything it's just forest. There's no markers to tell you when you're going from one property to another. There's nothing. So I don't know what the clank would be. And I was thinking maybe a trash pile, and there's a slight breeze. Was it a metal pipe leaning up on a tree and it fell over and hit another piece of metal? I don't know. I have no idea what it was. But there's nobody here. This is the only spot that you could park, is that little cleared area, but there's no way to get a vehicle in here other than a four-wheeler. The little trail I come down over right there, it's too narrow for a side-by-side. My tires, there were several times I had to go between some little blackjack oak trees, and my tires, I wedged into it, and I had to kind of goose it to get it to climb out. It's too narrow for the side by side. The trail is, and that trail is probably a half a mile long, and then you get into where you can go down the rows of planted pines on the timber company's property. The rows are like 10 foot wide. You can get a truck through there. There's a lot of brush. You'll tear your vehicle up, but there's no way you could drive here. It's impossible. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for what that was. If that's a creek that goes around, it goes around the whole property all the way back. I don't know if it goes to the far end, but there's a swamp on the far end, the east end of it, and it looks like probably 500 or 600 acre swamp. Looking on the map, I didn't measure it, but just guessing according to what the map's showing. So if someone's back there, I should have seen them, because you can see a couple hundred yards. There's brush and other stuff, but unless they're wearing camo and they're tucked into something, you wouldn't see them. But I don't know. I don't have an answer. But folks, I'm going to go home. I'm not feeling well at all. I'm not sick, but my body feels like I just ran a 10-mile marathon. I am absolutely exhausted right now, and still not feeling right. I feel like if I move too fast, I'm going to fall over. I'm going to get dizzy and fall is what it seems like. But anyhow, it'll pass. I'm going to get off this property. If a being of some sort caused this to happen to me, then hopefully he heard me when I said I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. Because I am not coming here. This is not a place for me. Anyway, I love you all. God bless you. Y'all have an amazing afternoon. Enjoy your weekend, and I will certainly see you guys soon. I've been planning to do a live show. My daughter is in from South Carolina, and she stays up to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I normally go to bed by 7:30 to 8:30, and I just don't have any time where it's going to be quiet, where I can actually do a show. If I do it outside, if nobody lets the dogs out, I'll be good. But between Rosie, Kim, and my daughter, someone's going to let them out, because they'll start barking and driving them crazy if they don't let them out. But I'll see you guys down the road. Have an amazing afternoon. Be safe, be kind, be blessed, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.